Hello friends, welcome back to Recipes from Ronjini. Today I am going to do an egg halwa or an anda halwa with you. But the recipe which I am going to share with you, which I am going to cook along with you, is taken from the household of Rabindranath Tagore. Rabindranath Tagore had a sweet tooth and he loved feeding different kinds of sweets to his guests. His wife Mrinalini Devi was an expert lady who used to make different kind of sweets. Sweets ranging from Chandrapuli, a coconut based sweet, to a sweet made of cauliflower, to this one, Anda Halwa.
Halwa has an interesting story of its evolution and adaptation. Derived from the Arabic word hulwa meaning sweet confection, halwa's century-old origins are widely debated. Near every Middle Eastern culture claims it as its own. Some scholars suggest it originated near Byzantine, while others believe it dates back all the way to 3000 BC. According to food historian K.T. Achaya, halwa, when first used in English, denoted a Turkish confection of ground sesame seeds and honey. Historian Rana Safi points out that halwa originated in Arabic lands and came to India via Persia. In India, halwa generally connotes a firm, softly firm dessert made from a range of materials. It can be wheat flour, it can be vermicelli, Bengal gram flour, fruits like banana and date, nuts like almond, and vegetables like pumpkins, dates, carrots, and lauki. It is not easy to pinpoint the exact period when the halwa entered Indian kitchen. According to Colin Taylor Senn, the halwa arrived in India during the early Delhi Sultanate from the early 13th to the mid-16th century. Halwa is found across the country with local variations like the Sindhi halwa, the Mohanbhog halwa, the Tirunelveli halwa, etc. Halwas can also be made out of eggs, can be made out of onions, and even can be made out of meat. Halwas are important in various religious traditions across the country. Gurdwaras serve halwa as Kara Prasad. It is also served as an important food item during Navratri for feeding young girls halwa puri. That the dish came to India via trade routes is also borne out by the fact that the two important port cities, Karachi and Kozhikode, have their own distinct version of the halwa till today. The first known written halwa recipe appeared in the early 13th century Arabic book Kitab al-Tabiq, and it included 7 variations. One that was made with the sesame tahini was adopted by the Ottoman-ruled Romanians who passed it to the Jews in Europe. It was this version that made the transatlantic journey to America in the early 20th century. Halwa continues to win over new fans and cross boundaries. Korean-American celebrity chef David Chang serves crumbled peanut butter halwa over ice cream. In fact, in an interesting tradition, halwa is cooked in the Indian Parliament the day the annual budget goes into printing. So halwa has a wide variation, has a wide history, and is versatile in nature. Friends, let's cook anda halwa or egg halwa the way the household of Rabindranath Tagore did.
For egg halwa, we need about 250 ml of whole milk, 4 eggs, 4 tablespoons of milk powder, 6 tablespoons of sugar, some cardamom powder, some almond flakes, raisins, cardamoms, and ghee. To this 250 ml of milk, we add 4 eggs. This all has to be mixed very well. 4 eggs. I have here around 3 tablespoons of sugar. You can adjust the sweetness to your need. I add the milk powder. This is around again 3 tablespoons of milk powder I add, and about 3 tablespoons of ghee. This has to be whisked very well so that there is no lumps. This takes some time, but be very sure that there are no lumps. You may use a hand whisker or you may use an electric blender too. This becomes very smoothie. If you do not have milk powder and if you have koa or mawa, you can use that also. but since I do not have mawa right now, I am using milk powder. This is all to actually give a very thick, smooth texture to the milk. So the first is the mixing part. We mix the egg, the sugar, the milk powder and the ghee to the milk. Give it a good stir either by a hand blender or either by a hand whisk, and it is ready to go on fire. Hello friends, the milk, the egg, the sugar, the ghee and the milk powder mixture has been put in the pan, and over very low heat I have kept it stirring. After 5 minutes of stirring, you can see the milk and the egg coagulating like this. Look, the milk has thickened, the milk has coalesced, it is granulated in structure, and I go on stirring over very low heat. What will happen, whatever milk is left, it will dry out and the ghee will come out from the sides. For that we have to have a little bit of patience. I will add the raisins and the cashew nuts. You may fry the raisins and cashew nuts in ghee, but I have not fried it. I will add it direct. I have added no food color. Some recipes of egg halwa call for some orange or yellow food color, but since I am following the traditional recipe of the Tagore household, which does without food color, in fact food color did not exist at that point of time, so I am doing it without food color. If you want, you can add some saffron, but I think the color is just beautiful, light yellow. You keep stirring, you adjust the heat. You can see the granulated egg and the milk. And friends, I bet when you serve this halwa, nobody will be able to say that it is an egg halwa. There will be absolutely no smell of the egg. The only smell you will get is of the desi ghee. At this point of time, I add the raisins and the cashew. If you want, you can roast the raisins and cashews in ghee, but I have added them direct because there is a lot of ghee already there. It will soon come out. The only smell you get is of the desi ghee. I am actually in love with the color. A pale yellow, very soothing to the eyes. This egg halwa is actually quite versatile. You can serve it as a warm dessert, you can serve it as a cold dessert, you can serve it with puris, you can serve it with parathas. For the final flavoring, I am using cardamom powder or elaichi powder and rose water, but some people I have seen, I have tasted, they have used vanilla essence. It also tastes good, so you can use 2 drops of vanilla essence too. Look, this is nearly dried up. At this point of time, I am adding the cardamom powder or the elaichi powder. It is done. The ghee is leaving the sides. You can see, maybe a couple of minutes more. There's no need of any added ghee once you start cooking. The ghee which we had mixed, that will do the trick right now. It's done. Do not add the rose water while it is cooking. Add the rose water after you take it off the flame. Friends, I've taken the halwa off the heat and I'm adding the rose water, or just a few drops of rose water. So now this is ready to be plated and served. Egg halwa is ready to be served. Before serving, you may need some garnish. These are some almond flakes I have. You can run your imagination wild. You can put rose petals, you can put pistas, whatever. I did it with almond flakes. Egg halwa, anda halwa or demer halwa is ready to be served. You can serve it warm, you can serve it cold, you can serve it with puris, you can serve it as a dessert too. Egg halwa, friends. See you soon. A special thanks to the Director, Indian Cultural Center, Maldives, for giving me this opportunity of sharing this lovely, beautiful recipes from the Tagore household with you. Keep safe, stay safe and be happy.